But everyone from the Financial Times and Wall Street Journal has become my different philosophy. I don't think they started off trying to be complimentary, but they started calling them Bidenomics. And our plans work in Bidenomics.
President Biden touting his economic policy in Philly this week, but new polls show voters are still not sold on Bidenomics. Let's bring in Forbes media chairman and editor-in-chief Steve Forbes. So good to have you. Linda McMahon, wonderful businesswoman of her own, former head of the Small Business Administration under the Trump administration. She was on Kudlow yesterday saying this. Watch.
I think Bidenomics, if you want to call it that, has certainly been detrimental. We have to give flexibility to workers. They have to be able to work in a gig economy. They have to be independent contractors if they want to be. They can be employees if they want to be. But how are they going to make their best living?
How do you think this Bidenomics push is going?
Well, I think it's very telling. A year ago, Joe Biden was calling himself the deficit cutter, the deficit slasher. This year, it's 2.5 times the deficit what it was a year ago. So much on performance. And he says, we're bringing down inflation. Still twice what it was when he came into office. And those prices are not coming down. Just the rate of increase is coming down. People, credit card debt, where is that? Record high. Yeah. Business investment, not what it should be. Headwinds overseas. You look at all of that, I'm amazed they'd go out there and boast that the economy is doing well. I'm the hero. What kind of world does he think he's living in?
I just wonder what kind of a messenger he is. You know, he likes to hit trickle-down economics all the time and hit on it. And he was talking about his dad yesterday. Then he said this, and it was in the soundbite we played there, to what everyone from Financial Times, the Wall Street Journal has become my change, my different philosophy. I don't think they started off trying to be complimentary because they started, it just went on. And it was, I think some people considered it incoherent. And I ask you, as a commander-in-chief trying to carry an economic message that he wants to impress upon voters, hey, man, you need to give me 4 more years because it's working. How effective will he be at that?
Well, that's why he's not going to be the Democratic Party nominee for president 2024 for a variety of reasons. His performance, economy's not doing well. People feel the institutions in this country can't trust anymore. On both sides, you see that feeling, which is why Robert Kennedy Jr. is getting real traction. Who would have thought of that a year ago? And then you have, Hunter, that's not going away. You have Biden's performance himself, what you saw there yesterday. We're going to have 4 more years of this. We're going to be lucky to get 1 more year for that kind of performance. And that's why it's starting to whisper.
A month ago,
take him off the stage. Put him back in the basement.
Yeah, a month ago on our show, sitting with us, you said that Biden will not be the nominee, and we'll see in time whether you're right or wrong.
The big issue for Biden when it comes to the economy and the approval ratings is inflation. Let's put up the bar chart for you here. Just year over year, people feel inflation. They remember inflation. They know what it has done to their family budgets. If you could call for number 3, please. And that, to me, is what he's up against, because people won't forget that even though that number came down to 3%, this past number, it's like the wages haven't kept up. And so people are feeling like, why would we want to continue with this kind of policy?
That's a very good question. And again, even though the rate of increase is going down, for most people, the cost of living is still higher than it was 3 months ago, 12 months ago. You've got the mortgage rates going up. And on the business side, you've got a lot of companies, a lot of debts being renegotiated, having to be renewed from ultra low rates to the rates we're having now. A lot of businesses are going to be in trouble.
Housing sector seems like it's in trouble.
Yeah, it's very mixed. Well, you got a sort of a clog there because people who have those low rates, 2.5% 30-year fixed mortgage, they're going to sell their house. No. They may want to, but gosh, you go from 2.5 to 6.5 or 7.
Yeah.
So people feel things are not going in the right direction.
Quickly, number 4 here, guys. Approve, disapprove, jobs, unemployment. 48% disapprove on unemployment. Transportation and energy infrastructure, 51% disapprove. Inflation is still at 62%. So that's what he's up against as we stand today. And you are on record, sir. We'll see whether in time you are right.
Nice Good to see you. Thank you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.